live. That was straight live. But Patreon, no.
How long is your production for that dish?
Do you share your recipes right now? And if so, how do you do that?
I don't tell I'm a chef anymore. Don't make me lie. Something with an M. Something with an M. Because I'm growing and I'm trying to get this bad boy to triple figures, or six figures. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. So, cheers. Bravo. That was fun. Questions and answers. Yes, boss, holla at me.
The platforms that you're on, obviously you said YouTube, membership dollars, things like that. Are you on Patreon or any of those?
Patreon?
Yeah.
No.
Any other ones other than YouTube?
My focus is on YouTube. Okay. YouTube is my thing. I used to be focusing on Instagram and Facebook and stuff of that nature. I don't anymore. I try to get people to my YouTube channel because that's where all of my content, my real content is, because I need watch hours. I want watch hours and I want subscribers.
So I have two questions.
Yes.
What's the length of your videos?
My average video ranges from 15 to 20 seconds. The raw footage is usually close to 45 to an hour.
So your date night is 15 to 20?
The date night was something I was doing during the pandemic. The date night, I used to be on it for 30 minutes.
Okay.
So I was cooking something from start to finish.
Okay.
With a lot of bloopers in between because that was just straight live. That was straight live. But doing this coming summer, this is my season right now. So lives is hard for me to pull off. When summertime gets here now, I plan to start doing more lives and sending out to my subscribers. We are creating this recipe on this particular day and sell that to them for maybe like what, $2 or something very cheap, so they could come on in. You get multiples of those, you're making some bank. Okay? So now you're all open. Let me go over here on the side of the room.
On average, when you're doing your filming date, you said that you were doing at least 4 types of episodes for your content. How long is your production for that day?
Now the funny thing is now, hey, listen to this, I'm glad you asked that. I meant to put this in my situation earlier. I do not have a gentleman like this at home. I'm doing this myself. I'm doing this myself. I got my iPhone, I got one iPhone now and I got a professional camera and a clicker. And sometimes I got my son helping me out. How long it takes me for production for those 4 videos? You ready for this? I start the night before doing my shopping list. Actually, my editor is doing it behind the scenes for me right now, so you're gonna see that soon. Actually, finished it, it's pretty cool. The night before, I create a shopping list of what we're gonna cook. Then I go shopping the next day. So basically, from 9 in the morning or 8 in the morning, all the way up until night. 12 to 13 hours, that's what I'm doing. There's a lot of stopping, a lot of going, a lot of zooming in, a lot of going to the refrigerator, putting the camera in there, act like I'm taking something out. It's a lot of different situations, but the end product is nice. End product is very, very good. You was next.
Do you share your recipes right now? And if so, how do you do that?
Yes, I do. This is what I do. Every recipe, which I have my assistant fixing that up right now, every recipe I create, I put in the description the ingredients. But within the ingredients, get full recipe by clicking here, and it takes them to another page to buy it.
To purchase the recipe.
To purchase the recipe. And I only sell it for, I think we got it at $150 a recipe, something like that. Very, very, very small amount.
Does that direct back to your website?
That directs to a landing page that has it directs to a page that has, it's called a recipe vault.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What did you say?
What platform do you use for that?
Right now I'm using Constant Contact for my landing page for that. But for my product page I use Square for my spices and stuff like that. That's on my website.
As a payment, the situation with payment easier to receiving payment?
Yeah, because I use Square for everything. Square gives me capital, Square does my payroll for me, Square just easier for me. That's what I use it for. haven't answered. Yes, I'll come back to you, ma'am.
Any recommendations
On what?
on your camera?
The camera that I use is a Sony EV10. That's what I'm using right now, and it's great. Sony, if you know how to use a camera, by all means. I'm still trying to learn how to use the damn thing. Huh? Yeah, yeah.
What about the microphone?
Microphone, I got a lapel mic that's don't make me lie. Something with an M. Something with an M. I could give it to you once once I get my information, I can email that stuff to you guys. Yes, my dear.
So, you said you have over 5,000 emails?
Mm-hmm.
How often do you send your assistant? You have your assistant?
Every week.
That's the best part about constant contact.
What CRM are they using?
The what?
What CRM are they using to push those out?
Constant contact. Okay, constant contact got all that stuff there in it, man. It's really, really cool. They got a lot of stuff. They're upgraded. They got automation. They got AI. Everything is in constant contact right now. So yeah, so that right there, I would encourage you. Building an email list as caterers is the biggest thing, because ever since I started my cooking show, all day was always busy. I've seen myself getting a different type of clientele ever since I started my cooking show. Because everybody that I talk to, I let them know, hey, check out my YouTube channel. Hey, check out my cooking show. Hey, what do you do? I'm a cooking show host. I don't tell them I'm a chef anymore. Once they go to my cooking show, they can see I'm a chef. So I'm trying to promote that big time. Any other questions?
Who are you using for the editing? I missed the two.
Okay. These are Fiverr, Fiverr, correct? Yeah, Fiverr. These are freelance people. You could go on there and find anybody to write a book for you, edit photos, anything. And the other one platform I use is Upwork. Upwork. Yeah, those two items there.
Are there high fees when you use it?
No, cheaper than Americans.
Huh.
Yes. Yes.
So, I in that little clip that we saw, saw that you had a lot of like overlays, things like that. Are you the one putting that out there to the editor? Like, hey, listen, edit this, blah, blah, blah. I want these kinds of overlays. Or are they know your style and they do it themselves?
They know my style throughout the whole process of me trying to get to know them. Okay, other than me filming, like the gentleman asked me how long the production is, that doesn't end for me. First, I gotta upload this stuff to them. And then when they start editing that stuff, I gotta approve it. So I said, no, I don't like this. Do it this way, do it that way, do it that way. I finally got them to the sweet spot to know exactly what I want. So very, very little revisions has to happen. So yeah, now that we're in bed together, us and these guys, me and these guys, then exactly what I want. So it's very easy for me to just send them the footage and they can make it happen from there.
You're now trusting in your connection, which is great.
Yeah, ma'am.
Hey, you said that you sell products, so are those things that people came to you and said, hey, we want to collaborate with you, or did you have the idea for them and then when you have them made, and if so, how did you?
No, I don't have a lot of sponsors like that because they're looking for big people, local people that's local. Like this one young lady, she works at the green market and she got these different things, fruits, and she sells other things. She asked me if I can put it on my show. So that's what I told her. I said, yes, so this is what it's going to cost. Because, you know, I'm locally and I'm known locally very, very well. So stuff like that. So you want to start locally first. 10,000 in YouTube world, it's small. But for me, it's a big accomplishment because I'm growing and I'm trying to get this bad boy to triple figures or six figures. Yeah, thank you. So, like I said, I'm an overachiever, and for me, as chefs, we overthink stuff. We want it to be the best, so that's why a lot of chefs, you won't see a lot of chefs doing this. You see home cooks do, not even home cooks. During the pandemic, you're seeing housewives and kids and people doing stuff on YouTube and killing it. They don't even know culinary terms, but they're killing it. Okay, they're really, really killing it. So get this out, guys. Thank you guys for sticking around for all of this. I got a free gift for you guys. What I want everybody to do, please pull out your phone. Pull out your phone, and I need for you guys to scan this QR code I'm sure a lot of caterers here are always worried about pricing and all this type of stuff. I've created a free gift for this session for those who attended, 6 pitfalls that keep caterers from making a profit. Follow the props, and also it'll give you an opportunity to subscribe to my channel. And when you do subscribe to my channel, please make a comment. Let me know, hey, I was in your session. So we love the engagement. We love the engagement, okay? I want to thank you guys for showing up. Remember, consistency, just show up every single week. Your cooking show is your stage. Let the world taste your unique flavor and whatever you do. I can't wait to see what you create. Cheers. Bravo, bravo. That was fun.